Hello everybody, when you're watching this it has officially been 20 years since the original Winx Club came out, which is crazy. Like, Winx Club is one of the most influential shows, things, phenomena in my life, and so when I realized that it was going to be 20 years soon, I was literally had other videos planned for this week, but I ran out my shower, I wrote this down on my Notion page. I was like, I need to make this video. So I wanted to pay tribute to Winx Club in some way, shape or form, and so we're going to be doing it in the way that I know how best, which is making phone cases or making products. What we're going to be doing in this video today is making 6 unique phone cases based on each of the characters while we talk about Winx, my favorite characters, my favorite episodes, my favorite everything. And yeah, it's just going to be like a cute little Winxy video where you guys can watch me make phone cases and we can just talk about Winx Club, because this is like the best thing ever. So yeah, let's get into it. Also, before we go, I want to mention my hair. I did like a little musa. Oh, guys, don't test me right now. Musa, was it Sirenix? I think it was. Is it? Wait, no. It's Believix, a little Musa Believix hairstyle type thing. Guys, I promise I know what I'm talking about. I promise I know what I'm talking about. But you see how she had that one pigtail? I was like, let me do that for this video. So yeah. Anyways, bye. Let's go. So for Bloom's phone case, I just gave it a really simple look with the blue background and then the orange piping, because that's kind of like her color scheme, I guess. And then I added the butterflies because I feel like Bloom, yeah, she is kind of known for like the whole butterfly and like the heart thingy, but I feel like butterflies would look cuter on her case. And then I added the crowns. I don't know if I'm actually going to put these on the case. I have them, so I might, or I might pipe it on. I don't know, we'll have to see when we actually make it. And then the gold balls, pearl thingies, yeah, so that's Bloom's phone case. Let's go on to making it. It's a very simple case, it shouldn't be that hard to make. Okay, I will admit I am a bit of a Bloom hater, but hear me out. I loved season 1 and season 2 Bloom. Season 1 and season 2 Bloom is an icon. I love that girl. Like, she's so cool for real. She was a girl's girl. Remember that episode where someone was upset? Oh my god, guys, I promise I know. Someone was upset and she was like, Bloom was like, okay, we need to go and we need to find out what's wrong with her because she's our friend and we are going to help her. Like, season 1 Bloom was so cool. It was around season 3 when she started to like do the whole trying to figure out what was going on with her parents thing, where she kind of started to annoy me a bit. Like, season 3 onwards is when her character went downhill, but before season 3 she was cool. I love season 1, season 2 Bloom. Whenever we played Winx Club in secondary school, I was always Bloom. Season 1 and season 2 Bloom, not after season 2. But yeah, I was always Bloom. But anyways, enough about that. When I was younger, I used to find Sky and Bloom's relationship so romantic. I loved those two. I thought they were absolutely iconic. I thought they were absolutely icons. But now that I'm older, they just kind of bore me a bit. They give very much like Cinderella and Prince Charming vibes. You see how they're just so boring? Yeah, like that. But I promise, I sound like such a hater. But yeah, it was very iconic. We loved them when I was younger. They were just like the pinnacle of romance to me. Like that episode where he confesses his feelings to Dark Bloom. Wait, we need to talk about Dark Bloom later. But yeah, that episode where he confesses his feelings to Dark Bloom and it like transforms her and she becomes like herself again. I was like, oh my god, this is romance. Like, this is what it means to be in love. Like, younger me was obsessed with that. That's when the daydreaming, maladaptive daydreaming started, because I was like, oh, this is iconic. Okay, Dark Bloom. When I was younger, I was terrified of Dark Bloom. I thought she was the scariest thing ever. Like, she wouldn't even speak, she would just mumble. She was like, oh, and I was just like, oh my god, this is terrifying. This is so scary. But now that I'm older, she was so cool. I mean, I love Dark Bloom now. I'm just like, she's the best version of Bloom. Well, season 1 and season 2 Bloom first, then Dark Bloom, and then the rest of Bloom. But yeah, that's Bloom. And here's the phone case. I'm literally obsessed with how it came out. Isn't it so beautiful? For each of these characters, I'm going to be telling you what my favorite episode of theirs was. So for Bloom, my favorite episode was season 2, episode 26, The Phoenix Revealed.
Fight this, Bloom! You have to break free! You have to come back, because I love you.
Something's happening!
Bloom! What are you doing?
for Muse's phone case, I did this design. I gave her her red background because that's just like her color, I guess, like even on her clothes and stuff. Then I gave her the bluish purpley piping for her hair, and then I created these pieces for her. They're like music note pieces. These pieces, and then these two as well for her music notes, and I'm gonna put those in the middle of the phone case. I didn't want to glaze them because I feel like they look better like matte. So yeah, that's for Musa. And then I don't know if I'm actually gonna put this lace on the background. I think I might, because it adds extra dimension. Like if I was to remove it, it kind of looks a bit boring. So I think I might add that. And then her I don't know what we call these, but her frame, I guess, I made that as well. And yeah, they're gonna have these star thingies. I don't know if I'm gonna add these as well, but we'll see. And then her white pearl thingies. So yeah. Also, for these phone cases, I want them to be translucent, so that they kind of reflect the whole fairy vibe, I guess. I don't want it to be too opaque because then it looks really, I don't know. I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. But yeah, this is Musa's case. Let's get into making it. I've noticed that in these Winx Club videos, Musa and Techna are always put last. And I'm changing that. I'm not putting Musa or Techna last in these videos. So yeah, let's talk about Musa. When I was younger, Musa was that fairy that I would always forget. I know it's so bad, but I would always forget her. Like there was no way in hell I was remembering Musa when I was younger. Like whenever we'd list things off, she'd always be last. But now she is one of my favorites. We love Musa. Her whole aesthetic, her whole like vibe. I even did my hair like Musa. I know I told you before, but like I want you to like actually take it in. Like it's giving Musa, it's giving Enchantics, it's giving Believix. That's the worst transformation. I'm sorry to go on a little tangent, but Believix is the worst transformation. I can't stand Believix. Enchantix is the best. Enchantix, Sirenix, Magic Winx. I don't count anything post season 6. And then Believix would be last. I used to love when I was younger, but then I watched season 4 was my favorite season because of like the whole Musa and Riven stuff. That was so entertaining. But then I watched season 4 so much that I started to hate everything about it. So I can't watch season 4 now when I rewatch it because I'm just like, I literally would sit and literally watch season 4, finish it, start again, watch season 4, finish it, start again, watch season 4. And so I can't stand Believix, I can't stand the song, I can't stand like the transformation, I can't stand Roxy. Like I'm sorry. It's just all so annoying to me now. But yeah, we love Musa. She is a girl's girl through and through. She reminds me so much of like Stella, but like less, how do I say this? She's less, she always spoke her mind, but not in the way that Stella would in earlier seasons. Stella was a bit crazy in the early seasons. But yeah, we love Musa so much. But even though when I was younger, I would always forget Musa and Musa's character, I would never, ever forget her and Riven. I loved those two. I didn't like them together per se, but like I loved when they were on screen because they were always fighting and it was so entertaining. Like you don't understand, younger me lived for the drama that was Musa and Riven's relationship. I was just always watching like, why are they like Riven did her dirty so many times, and like Musa stayed every single time, but 2, Musa was also just like baffled. We were just all baffled at the whole relationship, and season 4 was crazy. Season 4 was insane. Like that's why I kept rewatching it. I told you, that's why I kept rewatching it, because Musa and Riven's relationship in that season was I would watch it just to watch those two fight. Not now when I was younger, because now that I'm older, I'm just like, that was a very like toxic relationship, and I'm glad they broke up in season 6. I don't like that he came back in season 8, but again, I don't like consider anything post season 6 to be real. But yeah, can I just say, now that since we're talking about season 4, I will never forgive the fact that they didn't let Musa be the main singer of like the group they were singing in season 4, and they made Bloom be them. Bloom, since when did Bloom ever sing? Like that's just not the vibe. That is not the vibe. Not letting the music fairy be the main singer was absolutely abhorrent. Like that was disgusting. But they kind of redeemed themselves with Return to Me in season 5. Like that was an iconic song. Musa's whole episode was iconic. I could give that episode to Musa. I could like say that was my favorite Musa episode, but it wasn't. Like I have another episode, but like I love the episode as well. It was, I believe, season 5 episode, oh, let's see if I can do this. Season 5 episode 18. the song of the whales, the melody of the whales. It was something about the whales. Let me see, guys. Let me see. Oh my god, it was episode 18. It was episode 19. It wasn't. I was so close. Season 5, episode 19, the singing whales. That was a great music episode. Can you guys, when I tell you I'm the biggest Winx Club standard ever in your life, how can I just like say it off the top of my head like that? And I was so close. I was like 1 episode off. Like, please don't ever in your life. Anyways, yeah, they gave us Return to Me and like the whole singing whales thing, so they've kind of redeemed themselves a bit, but I'm still not happy about that at all. Like, she should have been the main singer. Imagine the whole Jason plotline if she was the main singer of the Winx at that point. Like, that would have been iconic. But yes, here is the Musa phone case, and my favorite Musa episode is season 2, episode 15, Magic in My Heart.
Just sing with me, okay?
If you've made it this far into the video, I would like to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Efwa. I'm the owner of Afia's Accessories, and I sell phone cases, phone charms, and shaker charms. And on this channel, it's basically a documentation, a diary of all of me doing all of that. So there's me making thank you cards, packaging, designing new things, doing all sorts of things with me. We do special videos like this one sometimes. I have another idea in my head, like something Monster High themed, but you're gonna have to wait for that one. But if you would like to join me on that journey, I'd be so happy to have you here. Subscribe, and yeah, that's enough of that. Let's get back into the phone cases. Stella. This is my favorite case that I've designed. Okay, so we have her background. It's the color of her hair. I think I'm gonna want this to be more opaque. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want it to be more opaque. And then the piping is just her basic orange piping. And then I made these pieces for her. This is her scepter. It's so cute. I love it so much. Scepter! I've literally been saying scepter the whole like time I've had this. But yeah, I've made her scepter. And then, oh, I should move these back. And then I made these stars. I actually made 6, but the things I made all fell on the floor and I lost 2 of them. So we're gonna have to just deal with 4. And then maybe add some other pieces as well. But yeah, and then this sun, I think I'm gonna pipe it with a really thin nozzle. And then her background, her frame, made her frame as well. There she is. And then the gold pieces around. This is gonna be my favorite case. I can see it in my head already. It's so adorable. It's so beautiful. I love it so much already, and haven't even made it yet. But yeah, I've just been putting her frame and the thing together like this and looking at it, and I'm just like, oh, it's gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so cute. So yeah, let's get on to making that one. I love Stella. Like, she wasn't my favorite character, but she is so iconic. I love Stella. She's so important to the group. Like, the Winx would not be the Winx without her. Like, she's just so cool. We love Stella. I feel like she's the most fleshed out character. Like, she's very bubbly, but she's also a bit of a diva. She reminds me so much of influencers. Like, I feel like if she was real, she would be an influencer. She is just so influencer vibes. Influencer coded. She's so influencer coded. It's kind of our influencers though, in a way that like athletes are influencers, you know, like in that sense. But yeah, like that episode where she did the performance is Musa's episode, Magic in My Heart, and she did that singing and dance thing. It was giving, you see when influencers randomly come out with songs and then suddenly they're singers? That was the vibes that it is. Like, I was watching that and I was like, since when did she sing and dance? But like, of course she could sing and dance, like she's Stella. Also, her and Brandon have the healthiest relationship in the show. One of the healthiest relationships in the show. I love those two so much. Season 3, that episode in season 3, no, that whole little arc in season 3 where she thought she turned into that ogre thingy, and then she took the potion so that Brandon wouldn't see her as the ogre thingy, and then he was just acting normal. He was just like, hey girl, like, how you doing? And then there was that episode where she was like scared for him to see her, and then Brandon was like, God, I've been able to see you that whole entire time. I know what you look like. And I was just like, ah! Little me was screaming. I was obsessed with that whole thing. Like, I just love those two. Even with like Princess Dementia, like that whole little arc as well. They get so much. Like Stella and Brandon get so much. And they deserve it because they're just so cute and cutesy and cool. I love them. Her friendship with Bloom is one of the most like, it's so cute. And that's something I love about Winx Club, like the girl friendships. I feel like nowadays with shows, they don't really show girl friendships like Winx Club did back in the day. I think an episode that really portrays the whole girl friendship thing was that episode in season 2 when the Techna thought that Professor Abalone was that angel of death thingy, angel of doom I think it was. And so they literally, the girls minus Bloom, were literally like, they teamed up and they were like investigating to try to figure out whether or not Professor Avalon was the angel of doom thing. If you have time, I think you should go back and watch that episode. That's one of my favorite Winx Club episodes of all time. That one, Hallowinx, and Magic in My Heart are 3 of my favorite like Winx Club episodes of all time. It was just so good vibes. That's season 2 episode 9 if you want to watch it. But yeah, here is Stella's phone case. My favorite Stella episode is season 3, episode 4, The Mirror of Truth.
Why not?
You don't understand. You think I'm pretty because of her spell.
Stella, maybe this isn't the best time to tell you this, but I can see what you look like.
But how is that possible?
I don't know. The spell Flora cast on me never worked.
And you, even though I look like this, you didn't run away?
What, me run away from a beautiful person with a great big heart and a wonderful soul? Come on.
Techna's case is one I really struggled with, but I think I like this design. So the background is just her regular purple clothing background, and then the piping is just a darker version of that, which is on the sides of her clothes. And then for her frame, I'm just going to use like a simple silver frame that I have. And then I made some pieces for her as well. Here they are. I made a variety of different things because I didn't know what would look best. So yeah, I have her hearts. I made a small one and a bigger one. And then her little gemstone thingies. I don't know what to call these, but these are going to go on the sides of the case. They're so cute. I love them all so much. But yeah, that's Techna's case. Oh, and I have her thingies as well. I have these plus things I made as well for, yeah, that. It's like from like a Game Boy or like a game controller. I'm not a gamer, guys. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I made those two as well. So yeah, let's go on and make her case. Okay, Techna, I spell Techna with a H. And I feel like everyone used to spell Techna with a H. And then one day, I just woke up and no one was spelling Techna with a H anymore. Where did the H go? Like, it went from Techna to Techna. And I'm like, where's the H? It's like my little Mandela effect, because I feel like it was spelled with a H. Like, it was. I'm not going crazy. It was definitely spelled with a H. And one day, everyone just stopped spelling it with a H, except me, apparently. Anyways, Techna and I have a very, very, very interesting relationship. So I used to not care for Techna, just like I didn't care for Musa, I guess. But then I realized that no one else cared for Techna. Like, she was no one's favorite character. And so I was like, do you know what? I was little, I was like 6. I was like, do you know what? Everyone hates Techna. No one loves Techna, and so I'm going to love Techna. Techna's going to be my favorite character, so that I can be like, who's your favorite Winx Club character? Oh, it's Techna. You know, and everyone's going to be like, what? You like Techna? No one likes Techna. You're so special and unique. And so I was like, Techna's my favorite character, and it kind of stuck. So like, Techna's one of my favorite characters now, because I just loved her. When I forced myself to love her, and it just kind of stuck. So yeah, I know a lot about Techna. She's my fave. She's so cool. Unlike the directors of that show that shall not be named, she is so pivotal to that group. Like, Techna is so important. That episode where she sacrificed herself in season 3, the Winx were literally gonna break up because of her. Like, they were literally gonna break up because they thought Techna was dead, and they said, we cannot do this without Techna. Like, that's how pivotal she is to the group. I feel like if Timmy wasn't there doing his Timmy tech stuff, they would have struggled. They would have struggled to find her. They would have struggled, period. Like, Techna is the girl. She is the one that's always finding the leads. She's the one that's always doing this. She's the one that's always doing that. Like, they would not be the same without her. The show that shall not be named, not having her in there, was abominable. Is that a word? Is that the word? You know what word I'm trying to use. It was abysmal, disgusting, horrendous. Like, I hated it. The show was already really bad, but then not having Techna was like even worse, because I'm just like, what is going on then? I never really cared for Techna and Timmy as like a couple. Like, I liked them individually, but as a couple, I just didn't see it. But I don't know if that's because they're not a good couple, or if it's because I didn't like the fact that every single character was like paired up. I didn't like that. I thought it was a bit corny and weird. And so when I would just pick characters that I just thought, you guys aren't that strong, and be like, you don't need to be together, because I was just like, why is everyone happily married? Like, why is everyone paired up? It was so weird to me. I hated it. I literally hated it. Even in season 1 when Flora didn't have a man, I was like, oh, that's kind of sad, but also like, I'm glad that everyone's not paired up. And then they gave her Helia, which we love, we're gonna get into that, but we love. But still, I was just like, why is everyone married off? Like, why is everyone paired up? So yeah, I didn't really care for them until season 5 episode 21, where I was like, this is so iconic. Like, these two are iconic. We love them. I do appreciate them as a couple now, but I just don't think everyone needs a man. Like, they don't all need a man. It's not necessary. But yeah, here's Techna's phone case, and my favorite Techna episode is season 5 episode 21, A Perfect Date.
Pillar control! Hurry! I have to leave.
I understand. Go!
No!
Magic winx! Sirenet!
For Layla's case, or Aisha, I have her simple frame, like the silver frames I have, and in the middle I'm going to put a butterfly, and then I have these butterflies as well, these little butterflies. I think I'm going to paint the backs green so that they kind of have a green sheen to them, or maybe use some UV resin on the back. And then the background is just the colour of this water, I guess I saw from a Pinterest post. And then her piping is going to be a darker version of that. It's still going to be very opaque. That's why I made the background translucent, so that you could see how opaque it was going to be. And then for her little parts, I made the... Oh, wait, okay. For the little parts, I'm using these pink, like, balls, I guess. Pearls. These pink pearls and the silver pearls as well. And then I'm going to add a chain to the side, because I love adding those to my phone cases. And I do have this fairy dust bottle. I made it the other day. I forgot I made her a piece. But here she is. Isn't it so cute? I am obsessed with this fairy dust bottle. It's not as silver as it should be, because I didn't have any silver paint. So I just had to make do with what I had. But yeah, that's going to go in the middle, I believe. Yeah, it's actually quite big on the phone case, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's so cute. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for Layla's phone case. I don't know if I'm going to need a frame. I've kind of been like putting frames on top, and I just feel like it's not needed for the back. Maybe I'll just like do a little piping thing around and then put this on, because I don't think I need one of these actually. So yeah, this is for Aisha. Let's go and make her case. Okay, the way I feel about Techna at first is kind of how I feel about Layla now. I say Layla because I'm a 4Kids girly. 4Kids is the best dub. I'm sorry. Argue with your mama. 4Kids is the best dub. It's the best. It's so cool. It's like, the voices are cool. Like, the voice acting is cool. The story is better. Like, it's just better. But yeah, I was so excited when Layla was introduced, because new fairy equals a new transformations, new character dynamics, like new everything, and I was so excited for her. And then the novelty kind of just wore off, and now I'm just kind of in this limbo state where I'm like, we love Layla, we love Aisha, I guess, but also like, she's not my favorite. But yeah, love Layla, she's cool, I love her. Like, her was, oh my gosh, when I was sorry, when I was little, I had no idea what Layla's like magic thing was. And so when I would play Winx Club, when I would like make myself a character, I would always make myself the fairy of like water, or the fairy of the water stars. And then one day I realized when she was saying, Aisha, fairy of waves, I didn't know what she was saying. I was so confused. But when I was old, I was like, oh my gosh, she's saying fairy of waves, like water, like she's a water fairy. And I was like, oh, so I can't be the water fairy now. So I was just kind of like, I don't know what I'm gonna be now. I was like, oh, maybe I could just be a fairy of sand or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below what your fairy was when you were little, because I know you guys all had a fairy when you were little, so let me know what it was. She brings a very different dynamic to the group. Like, she brings a different energy, which I love about her. Like, I love the way the kind of vibe shifted after she joined, and it kind of became a new thing. You just need to rewatch Winx Club to understand what I'm saying, but yeah, it kind of became like a new thing, and I love that about her and like the relationship of the girls in general. Her and Naboo had the most fleshed out romance story. Like, the way they met, their backstory, like everything about it was just so stunning. And then they killed him off, which I think is disgusting. I hate that they killed him off. I feel like Sky was right there. Like, you guys could have killed off Sky and it would have been more impactful, and just left Aisha with Naboo and let them be happy, because yeah, I don't think that was needed at all. But yeah, I am a Sky hater. I love Diaspora. Oh my god, I should have made a Diaspora showcase. That would have been, I love that girl. That would have been so cool. I liked her in the early seasons, and then after she started doing crazy stuff, the writers wrote her that though. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault, it was the writers' fault. But yeah, they killed off Naboo. When I was younger, I didn't realize they killed him off. Like, I didn't realize he was dead. I was just like, oh, okay. And then she tries to bring him back to life, and then Oberon, you guys know who I'm talking about. There's no, guys, I haven't watched season 4 in a long time, because whenever I rewatch Winx Club, I always skip it because I just hate it now. But yeah, he steps on the flower, and then I was like, wait, is he dead? And then I realized he was dead, and I was like, what the hell? Like, no one had ever died in Winx Club before, so I was just like, why did you need to kill him off? Like, Sky was actually right there. He was actually right there. You could have killed him off. But anyways, after Naboo died, she had so many different boyfriends, and they were just not Naboo, and I was just side-eyeing them. Like, she had Nex, and Nex was just so random, and like, we didn't even get introduced to them, so I was just like, who is this? Like, who is this man? And then she had Nex, and then we didn't even see how those two broke up, but apparently they broke up. And then there was oh my gosh, what was his name? See, this is how irrelevant they were. What was his name? Did they ever say his name? You know, the red one with the ribbon hair. Oh my gosh, there is no way I've forgotten this man's name. What was his name? It has completely escaped me. His name has completely escaped me. Oh yeah, him. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not a bad Winx Club fan. He's just so irrelevant. I don't even think they ever said his name. Anyways, yeah. Then she was with him, and I guess he stuck. But I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, these guys are not Naboo. What is going on? And I was like, Aisha, you know damn well. You know damn well, girl. You know damn well. But anyways, that's Layla. Okay, I just did my research, and turns out Nex was like the one that I was thinking of. So who was the other one? Roy! It was Roy! Oh my god. Guys, I'm so sorry. So Nex was like the last guy that I was talking about that I said I couldn't remember his name. And then I guess the one I couldn't actually remember his name was Roy. And he was was he blonde? I think he was blonde. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, Roy and Nex, they just were not on Naboo's level. I really struggled to think of an Aisha episode to give you guys, but because I feel like they don't give her as much screen time as other characters, because every other character I thought of the episode like that, like I knew what the episode was. But Aisha, I kind of had to like look for one, because I was just like, what? I couldn't think of any of the episodes. So I ended up giving it season 4, episode 24, because, and I think like that whole arc after that, because it was such raw like emotions, raw voice acting that we had never seen in Winx Club before. And then like her switching sides as well was very interesting. It was very interesting because I'd never seen something like that in Winx before, and I just loved like the show of emotions. I think that whole episode and that whole little arc would do so well as like an adult version of Winx. Like if they was to do like the same show but like towards an older audience while still being like glittery and pretty, I think that scene would be so like well done. But yes, this is Aisha's phone case and my favorite Aisha episode in season 4, episode 24, The Day of Justice.
You made it, my love. You did it.
The dark magic took his strength.
We have to do something right now or it'll be too late. Please, Naboo, don't give up. Please don't leave me.
I'll never leave you, Layla. Wherever you'll be, anytime, in any world, I'll always be with you. These eyes, Layla, mustn't cry. I love you.
Okay, this is my design for Flora's case, but you're gonna have to hear it out because right now it's not what it's gonna look like, but I promise she's gonna have the best case. You just have to hear out my idea. So I don't know if I'm gonna do a pink background or a green background yet. I think I might do a pink background. Yeah, I think I might do it like this. And then I've made her pieces, which are so cute. They're just little flowers like this. Yeah, I've made a few of them. I think I'm gonna make a few more because I don't know if these will be enough. But what I'm thinking is having some of the flowers in the middle and then some on the sides, and then little like leaf pieces. I have lots of floral things because I told you Flora is like my aesthetic, like she's just so me. And then I might add these heart pieces, and then for the things in the sides, I think I'm going to use some beads and then white beads as well. It's going to look good, trust me guys, it's going to look so cute. It's just not looking how it's supposed to look on here, but you just need to see the vision. But yeah, let's go and make Flora's case. Flora. I feel like we need to put on some nicer, romantic, beautiful music while I talk about Flora. She is my favorite fairy. Like, I love Flora with a burning passion. Like, that's my girl for real. Like, I love her so much. You see, when you love a character so much, you just don't even know what to say about them, how to speak about them. Like, she's just so, oh, I love Flora. She is the most influential on me because my whole aesthetic is just Flora aesthetic. Watch my desk tour if you want to see what I'm talking about. Like, I just love her so much. Like, she's just so me. This is another phone case I have in my store, and it's just, isn't it so Flora? Like, this is my favorite phone case and I wear it sometimes because this is just how I am, I dress, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, let's not do too much about that. But we love Flora. She's so cool. She has the best transformations. All of her transformations, my favorites, are always Flora's. She had the best love story. We're gonna get into her and Helia. She has the best love story. She has the best enchanting story. I didn't give my favorite episode to her enchantings episode, but just know that that's up there. Like, I couldn't think of a Flora episode because I just love all her. She's just so cool. I just love everything Flora. But yeah, that's an honorable mention because I love that episode. But enough of that. Let's get into Flora and Helia. They are my favorite Winx Club couple. They are the best Winx Club couple. They had the best love story. I loved that whole little like arc with like her trying to figure out her feelings for Helia and like tell him that she liked him, and like the song Crazy in Love with You. That's my favorite Winx Club song. I listen to it sometimes, or I listen to the instrumental because the instrumentals are so beautiful. I love it so much. It's so cool. But yeah, I love the fact that like after they kind of confessed, and even before that, he kind of inspired her to like do better, and like he gave her so much confidence. And that's just what a partner's supposed to be, isn't it? Just like someone who gives you confidence and inspires you to be better. And that's just what they want for each other. I love them so much. I love Flora and Helia so much. Oh, that's just so perfect. I'm going to talk about the episode I gave it to. I'm going to give it to season 2, episode 22, The Danger in the Wilderness. It's my favorite Flora episode because just the whole cinematography of that scene and like her confessing to Helia. I remember that scene like yesterday. Like, I remember the first time watching that scene like yesterday, like when she was like, no, I'm not gonna tell him, not gonna tell him. And then oh, what was her pixie called? Oh my god, how have I forgotten her pixie's name? It was the one that looked like Stella. Wait, let me find that. Chatter. So And then Chatter was like, tell him. And then the thing was going away. She's like, no, it's going away. I can't tell him. And then she was like, girl, stop the vehicle. Get it to stop. You're going to tell him. And she was like, Helia. And she was like, no, he can't hear me. And then Helia hears her. And then Helia hears her in the thing, and I'm sorry guys, this scene, and then Helia hears her in the vehicle thingy, and he stops and he's like, no, we have to stop. And like the others are like, and then he's like, no, I heard Flora. And then they land back down, he gets out, and he's like hello girl. And then she's like, I kinda like you. And he's like, I like you too. And then she's like, and then he gets back in the thing and they fly off. That's my favorite Flora. That's one of my favorite episodes, period. But it's my favorite Flora episode. So yeah, sorry about that. But yes, I love Flora. She's my favorite character. She's my favorite fairy. She's my favorite everything. She's my profile picture for everything. So if you ever see a Flora profile picture, it might be me. We love Flora. We love her. Ski. Here is my Flora phone case. And again, my favorite Flora episode is Season 2, Episode 22, Danger in the Wildlands.
This is it! But what if... No ifs and buts, go talk to Helia!
But he's leaving, and he didn't even say goodbye to me.
Ever thought he too might be shy? You gotta move! Helia! Helia! Oh. Helia!
Oh no, he heard me. Okay, what do I say to him now?
So unfortunately, that is it for today's video. I had so much fun making these phone cases and catching up with you guys on one of the most influential shows in my life, in my existence. I'm glad you got this far, and if you enjoyed it, I'm glad you enjoyed it too. As homework, I want you guys to go back and watch the episodes I talked about in this video. I've linked them all down below. It's just gonna be fun for if you wanted to catch up and watch them, and if you've never seen Winx Club before and you wanted to watch the episodes I was talking about, or if you have watched Winx Club and you just haven't seen it in a long time, you just want an excuse to watch the episodes, definitely go and watch those episodes. They're just so good. They're my favorites, some of my favorites. I'm gonna also link down my other favorite episodes that I didn't mention in the show, in this video, sorry. Let me know what your favorite phone case was. I'm very interested to hear. Mine was Stella's and Flora's, but yeah, let me know what yours were. Can't wait to see you guys all next time. Thank you for watching. Bye. Oh, the Winx thing. Bye. Bye.